Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another top 10 type countdown list. In this video, we're going to be counting down as of right now, so the beginning of Season 5, the end of The Walking Dead Season 4, what are the top 10 greatest episodes overall in The Walking Dead. Okay, so before we take a look at the list itself, got some pictures, number down, countdown system, so we can go through that. Should be some fun afterwards. But before we get into the actual numbers themselves, I want to do some honorable mentions, and I want to talk about how difficult this list was to make. This was a really, really tough one. This took over an hour. I had to sit down. I had to go over the episode guides. I had to compare. I had to come up with a list season by season, take the best ones from each season, compare them to each other, which one stands out more now, which one was more eventful, which one had more things happen, and which one would stand out as sort of a great episode at this point. Looking back from the standpoint of where we're at right now, which is, of course, the end of Season 4. So that said, there was a good amount that were close, but didn't quite make the list. Those will be our honorable mentions for this one, and they are essentially starting from Season 1, Tell It to the Frogs, Vatos, from Season 2, Save the Last One, 18 Miles Out. From Season 3, Seed, Sick, Hounded, and the finale. And from Season 4, the Season 4 finale, Internment, Claimed, and The Grove. So all of those were taken into very close consideration and were just narrowly knocked off the list by the others that we have here. Let's get into it. Let's get started with number 10. At number 10, we have from The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 10, which was Home. This one was a very competitive spot. There were many other episodes that were really close to knocking it out, but ultimately I chose this episode as the 10th greatest episode of The Walking Dead so far. Because of its unpredictability, it sort of hit us out of nowhere. That death of Axel where the governor shoots him down, the action afterwards, and also Rick being saved by Daryl and Merle. Probably the closest I want to say Merle has ever come to dying, or near closest. And that excitement, that unpredictability, I think is what makes The Walking Dead so special. And this episode encapsulated that, so I felt like it really needed to be on the list more so than the others. At number 9, we're going to have the actual premiere episode for the Walking Dead television series way back to The Walking Dead Season 1. In my opinion, the best episode from the first season. And that was the first episode, the premiere, the pilot episode for the Walking Dead television series, Days Gone By. An amazing episode. It was lengthy. I believe it was a little bit longer than your average episode. They actually had to change the time slot for it, I think. You had some scenes that were out of chronological order. You have the beginning of Rick waking up in the hospital, and all around an amazing premiere. I mean, how many shows get that kind of a premiere? This episode, more than almost any other in the series, really felt like a A-grade quality movie is really what I can equate it to. Better quality than most zombie movies out there. I would say 99%, or if maybe any, better quality than any zombie movie out there. Coming in at number 8, we're talking about Beside the Dying Fire, the season finale for The Walking Dead Season 2, and in my opinion, the best season finale The Walking Dead television series has ever had. This one had zombies, it had fire, it had character development, it had Rick talking about the the virus and what Jenner said. It had the group losing their home, finding, or just kind of seeing the prison for the first time in the zoom out. Michonne arriving, the part of the group getting separated with Andrea going her own way with Michonne. This one had so many exciting things about it, it's hard for me to even go over in a quick minute. But definitely deserves a spot on the list, being that it's the best season finale. That's going to be Beside the Dying Fire. Kick it back to Season 3 with the 7th greatest episode of The Walking Dead television series thus far. And that for me is going to be Killer Within. Incredible episode. 2 humongous character deaths in this episode. Probably, aside from maybe the Shane death, the biggest character death in the series. Very unpredictable. And all around, I mean, with the whole thing with Andrew, the fighting at the prison, the alarm, everything, one of the most exciting episodes of The Walking Dead ever. Definitely had to be on the list. I'm going to put it at number 7. And back to season 2, we're talking about just near the end there, just before the finale, Shane's final episode, and that is Better Angels. Out of all the Shane stuff in the series, I mean, this episode right here, it all came down to the wire. It was the final, definitive sort of him versus Rick type battle between them and Lori, kind of realizing that they can't really live together, and that it's going to be Rick or Shane. It's going to be one or the other, and they can't both survive. It's going to be one or the other. And I mean, incredibly exciting episode, one of the best ever. I'm going to put it at number 6, Better Angels. Now we're into the top 5. Number 5, even higher than Better Angels for me, was the final episode for Merle in this Sorrowful Life. There was so many cool things about this episode. There was so many moments when I geeked out in this one. You have, of course, Merle bringing his own herd, so to speak, turning the music way up loud, getting drunk first, going in there, going out with a blaze of glory. You've got finally the governor's men taking him down, Merle almost killing the governor, and then, of course, what happens afterwards, and Daryl finding him. So many great moments from this one. One that rings to me for the governor has to be when he tells Martinez and the others to leave him for me. Except he doesn't just say it. He's like, "You leave him for me!" Oh, man. I love this one. Has to be on the list. Number 5, This Sorrowful Life. Gotta miss Merle. Number 4. Number 4 for me is going to be What Lies Ahead. Season 2, really solid with some of the episodes. Yes, it had some slow ones, but it had some of the best stuff in the whole series in it. This premiere, What Lies Ahead, was the best premiere, in my opinion, looking back, comparing them at this time. This premiere was outstanding. You have the fear for Andrea stuck in the RV zombie kill. You have the zombies coming down. You have the, Carl, get under the cars. Just the excitement. Sophia going missing. Really long premiere. Fantastic. And then to top it off at the end, of course, Carl getting shot. Oh, man, what a premiere. Into the top 3. At number 3 for me, it is going to be what is probably my second favorite episode, but I think it's the third greatest in terms of the quality and how good it is as an episode in comparison to the others. And that has to be clear. This episode is absolutely incredible. It could have just been some, like a lot of people sometimes they regard it as like a filler episode or something. I completely disagree, because Morgan was one of those characters that we met at the very beginning of the series, and I found it absolutely enthralling to see where he was at this time. I think Lenny James's performance, Andrew Lincoln's performance in this episode, the writing was absolutely incredible. And even though there was no character deaths in the episode or anything like that, that doesn't mean that it wasn't impactful in terms of our view in how a zombie apocalypse can change people. And to see Morgan in that state with that incredible acting, that sort of twisted excitement when they kind of get into a little scuffle there, fight, and Morgan stabs him and everything. Incredible episode, clear. Absolutely incredible. Way better than I thought it was going to be originally. Just blew me away. Number 3. The runner-up. This was not easy for me to decide, but when I compared them all, I had to see that one of the greatest moments in all of The Walking Dead, one of the most unexpected, one of the biggest twists I've ever seen in a TV series ever, has to be that moment that after all these things were happening, everyone was losing their minds, the walkers are getting blasted down as Shane goes crazy and opens up the barn. The moment when Sophia staggers out of that barn and everyone's jaws just hit the floor. This episode was just absolutely crazy, I guess is the word I would use. It was unexpected, and it was just amazing for what they did. It's funny that, when you look at The Walking Dead, the finales, this was a mid-season finale, just like Too Far Gone was a mid-season finale, and it was really that incredible for me. This is the runner-up, Pretty Much Dead Already. Can't go wrong. That leaves us with number one. You already know. You probably knew before you even clicked on the video. Of course, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Too Far Gone, absolutely the best episode of a television series I've ever seen, probably will ever see. Probably the best episode The Walking Dead will ever have. I don't know if they're ever going to have anything that will top how amazing this episode was. The build up to it, the finale climax between the governor and the prison group, Rick's group, finally resolved. The traumatic character death, how that was handled, the lead up to it, what happens afterwards, Michonne getting her revenge. I mean, there was so many moments in this one. The tank being destroyed by Daryl. There was just this one was so heavy, action heavy, and just so climactic. I would have to say that this is by far the best episode of The Walking Dead. Maybe the best it will ever have. We'll have to see over the long term, depending on how many seasons the show gets. If it's 10, 20, whatever. If this one stands to be the best ever, in my opinion, as of right now, hands down, no contest. Too Far Gone. As good as it gets. Okay, so that's it. There's the list. My top 10 greatest, or the episodes I think are the top 10 greatest in the history of the Walking Dead television series thus far. Of course, as we see Season 5 later on seasons, the list will be subject to change, but since it's not coming back all the way until October, felt like this was a good time to do it up until now for the entire series, which are the top 10 best overall. Not an easy video to make in the least. And there's reasons why, you might feel that this one should beat out this one, or there's no way this one's better than that one. But for me anyway, when I compare them all, those are the ones that I really think represent The Walking Dead the best out of any episodes. So please, if you guys want to do the same, write your top 10, which ones you think are the best in the comments below, or maybe just your favorite 3, whatever you want to write in the comments, just to share your thoughts. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Not an easy video to make. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you think about which are the best episodes. And I also did one just talking about the best episodes from Season 4. It's in the channel if you want to see it. And if you want to see reviews for any of these, in-depth reviews, I have them in the channel. Just use the search tool or look at the channel page, and you'll see the reviews posted by season in the playlist. And you can pick out whatever one you want. If you want to see any of the reviews for any of the episodes, I have a complete library of everyone. So check it out if you want to. And pretty much that's it for this one. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, as always. Saying peace.